Welcome to PROFITIZE training video. In this video, you will learn how to manually enter finance lease transactions at inception in PROFITIZE. In other words, when you finance the purchase of a property, plant or equipment, also known as PP&E, with a finance lease. Click on the Transactions tab. Click on the Add Transaction button. Click on the Finance button. Click on the Finance Lease button. Click on the Received PP&E button. Click on the Direct PP&E button if the PP&E is for use in the production, manufacturing, or delivery of goods or services, and expected to be used for more than 1 year. Examples of direct PP&E include manufacturing equipment, buildings used for operations, vehicles for business use, office furniture, computers, and machinery directly involved in the production or manufacturing process. Otherwise, click on the Indirect button if the PP&E is for supporting business operations, but not directly involved in production, manufacturing, or the delivery of goods or services. Examples of indirect PP&E include general-purpose buildings, shared IT infrastructure, common area furnishings, landscaping equipment, security systems, and assets used for multiple purposes across different departments or business functions. Now that you have successfully answered all category questions regarding the finance lease transaction, you will need to start entering other details of your transaction in the input fields. Note that input fields with asterisks are required fields, where you must enter data. Required input fields are followed by optional input fields, where you should enter as much data as possible. Click on the Amount of Finance Lease Required Input field. Enter, or select from the searchable drop-down list, for example, 2000, in the Amount of Finance Lease field. Click on the calendar icon to enter date lease signed. Click on, for example, July 1, 2024, to set the date the lease was signed. Click on the Next button to move to the next screen. Click on the Leasing Company Name Required Input field. Enter, or select from the searchable drop-down list, Leasing Company A, here for example, in the Leasing Company Name field. Click on the Leasing Company BIN or VAT number optional input field. Enter, or select from the searchable drop-down list, the leasing company's BIN or VAT number, here, for example, this 9-digit number. Click on the Next button to move to the next screen. Click on the Leasing Company Contact Name optional input field. Enter, or select from the searchable drop-down list, the leasing company contact name, here, for example, Alex. Click on the PP&E Type optional input field. Enter, or select from the searchable drop-down list, the PP&E type, here, for example, kitchen oven. Click on the Next button to move to the next screen. Click on the Type of Fuel optional input field, which is a very important field. Enter, or select from the searchable drop-down list, the type of fuel, here, for example, gas. Click on the Quantity optional input field. Enter, or select from the searchable drop-down list, the quantity, for example, 2. Click on the Next button to move to the next screen. Click on the Unit of Measure optional input field. Enter, or select from the searchable drop-down list, the unit of measure, here, for example, number. Click on the Supplier SKU optional input field. Enter, or select from the searchable drop-down list, the supplier SKU for the PP&E, also known as stock keeping unit, here, for example, enter this 9-digit SKU number. Click on the Contract Number optional input field. Enter, or select from the searchable drop-down list, the contract number for the finance lease, here, for example, enter this 9-digit contract number. Click on the Notes optional input field. Enter, or select from the searchable drop-down list, your notes, here, for example, my notes. Click on the Upload Docs button to upload supporting documents. Click on the Finish button to complete the transaction. Click on the Transactions tab to view the saved transaction in the Transaction List View screen. This is the Transaction List View screen. Your most recent transaction summary will appear on top. Click in the middle of the transaction summary to view its details in the Transaction Page View, the Transaction Page View screen. Inspect under Details and Management Data. If you want, you can click on the Repeat button to enter another finance lease transaction with identical debits and credits. If you are new to PROFITIZE, use the Add Transaction button to enter transactions. When you become proficient, use the Repeat button to quickly enter similar transactions, as explained in this video. In this video, you learned how to manually enter finance lease transactions at inception in PROFITIZE. For more training videos, visit PROFITIZE YouTube channel.